Sometime in the past or so, as the tales unfold, hatch the dreams to call the young who behold the gifts that fate chose to bestow upon the few. And thus, the Atheris Academy began anew. The chosen 86 of different descents were bound by passion, determination, and excellence, but above all, by their affinities great beyond measure and by the hopes that they envision for the future. As they trudge through the halls with despair over the blood, sweat, and venom they ever knew.
blood, sweat and tears, another batch of Northern scholars were able to transcend challenges given the restrictive aspects of our so-called the new normal. 86 of different descents were grounded with scientific spirit and humanist values to bear the mark of the Ethereals, now ready to blend in after 6 years of isolation and hunt the ever-uncertain future. This is Darlene Jane Rivera, and welcome to the 13th Commencement exercises of the Philippine Science High School Ilocos Region Campus, with Batch 21, the Vipers, cautiously crawling with aspirations and tirelessly hunting their gifts that fate chose to bestow upon them. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the graduating class of 2021, the faculty and staff, and the honorable members of the Board of Trustees. formally start our virtual graduation ceremony, let us listen to an invocation led by Ms. Ann Patrice Otagorda of Grade 12 Alpha, followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Let us bow our heads and feel the presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and ever-living God, above all things, we are grateful that despite the countless challenges we've been through, we are all still gathered in this momentous event to commence and recognize all the hard work each and every one of us has poured for the last 6 years. We thank you for providing us excellent, yet considerate teachers who surely imparted lessons we'll bring with us wherever we go. For the unending guidance of all the PSHS-IRC staff, who's made our whole Pisay stay a lot more like home. For our families who have constantly inspired and pushed us to reach this far. And to our newly found friends that turned to families we've created unique bonds with. As we embark on a new journey, kindly continue guiding us to be courageous in our daily lives, to take a leap of faith, and to always have the drive to keep on going regardless of the circumstances. We know unexpected obstacles will come our way, but through your help, we'll have strength to conquer everything. Lord, may we remain true to our values of truth, excellence, and service to nation, to build a nation for and by the people. May we, by your grace, be the voices of the weak, poor, marginalized, and oppressed. For all our shortcomings and mistakes, we ask for your forgiveness. Please grant us solace in times of distress, companionship in times of loneliness, and peace of mind in times of chaos. Lastly, we pray that although each of us may part ways, may we never forget all the moments shared together, the laughters laughed, sorrows faced, and triumphs achieved, as we are not who we are right now if it weren't for all these. We pray for all of these, Lord, in your mighty name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Bayang magilid, pwes na silanganan, hanap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisingil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislat ng wataw at mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may limang tiniling. Lupa ng araw ng luwal ating pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming higaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Among the 1,000 applicants of Pisay Ilocos National Competitive Examination, only 86 of them made it through the rigorous screening process up until today. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, here's Lance Matthew F. Farinas of Grade 12 Alpha, graduating with high honors, to give us his salutation.
To our esteemed guest speaker, the DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, our campus director, Dr. Ronaldie Orteza, faculty and staff, parents and batchmates, good afternoon. On behalf of my batch, I thank everyone for making this momentous event possible. I also thank the Almighty that despite the pandemic, we are still given the chance to gather, albeit in a virtual setup. On that note, I'm also thankful because delivering this speech became a little less nerve-wracking. Kidding aside, it is my honor to be the one to deliver the salutation. As I was crafting my speech that shall serve as the welcoming remarks to this opportune day of our lives, I have realized, who says the salutation precludes the idea of gratitude? And so, allow me to take this opportunity to express words of gratitude on behalf of my batchmates to the institution and the individuals that reared us up and enabled us to stand before you on this momentous event. Aside from the knowledge and skills we gained from the extensive curriculum that we went through here in Pisay, we were equipped with more than what an academic institution is expected to give. I can say that it prepared us not only to become professionals who will excel in our own fields, but also to become individuals whose heart serves the Filipino people, to whom we owe the gift of our education. Well, it is not Pisay per se, but the whole community that became our home away from home that shaped us into who we are right now. Looking back 6 years from now, I can say na wala kaming kamuwang-muwang. I know that back in elementary, most of us, if not all, were achievers in our home province schools. But that did not matter in Pisay because back then, we were trapped in our own little worlds and completely unaware of what was beyond our comfort zones. But Pisay did expose us to the real world. Just imagine 12-year-olds being plucked out of their homes to study in a boarding school away from their parents' support and under strict curriculum. This may sound a bit like an exaggeration, but that's what it was. And believe me, there were a lot of times when we felt like we could not go on any longer. While I may now be sounding a bit too ominous for a graduation ceremony, I guess it is hard to fully appreciate Pisay without mentioning the hardships each of us had to take. It is because Pisay presented these hardships that we eventually overcame, but in the process, taught us not just principles and concepts that are purely academic, but also lifelong lessons. And it made us more confident to face the future, no matter how uncertain things might be. With that, allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude to the people who have become a part of our journey, who have made us feel Pisay was our home, and who have enabled us to grow not just as students, but thinking and determined individuals that we are today. To the OST, the PSHS system, and our school administration for providing us with the playground of our youth to hone our skills. To our teachers for giving us their instructions to the best of their abilities. To the staff, job orders, security guards, and canteen personnel for making Pisay fitting to be called our second home. To the townspeople of San Ildefonso who drove us around and washed our clothes. To our parents for showing us their never-ending love and support. To all of you, thank you on behalf of my fellow graduates. High school in Pisay was a rigorous 6 years, but in no way did it leave us with grave emotions. In fact, we are grateful because it prepared us for our future endeavors and shaped us to become resilient individuals. This momentous event not only displays the fruits of our hard work and dedication, but also marks our new beginning, as my fellow graduates and I continue to strive for excellence, pursue the truth, and aim to serve the Filipino people. Allow me, therefore, to share my excitement and anticipation for what the future holds for us, as I warmly welcome all of you to the humble graduation ceremony of Batch 2021. Thank you.
Let us all welcome the very hard-working matriarch of the Philippine Science High School System, Executive Director Lilia T. Habacon.
Graduation Day is a landmark of accomplishments. It is a glorious occasion to celebrate excellence, to express one's gratitude, and to look forward for life-changing opportunities. A pleasant day to all of you, particularly the members of Philippine Science High School Batch 2021. As the world seeks to build back and be better, we must ensure that young people are prioritized in order to have access to education, tools, and services necessary for them to reach their full potential. Despite the accumulation of difficulties caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, we at Philippine Science High School have pledged to uphold our commitment to help and guide our students to be better versions of themselves. While we are happy to know and to see you finish your PSI education, we are even happier to believe that in today's graduation, we have planted good seeds of individuals who shall not work for their own benefit, but for the benefit of the entire society. We need young people's leadership now more than ever. In PSI, excellence is expected from the members of our community. Excellence as a shared value drives us to contribute positively to others by sharing our success and growth to where it is due and needed. To keep your passion for excellence, strive for self-improvement. It is your desire to continue to grow and develop that will make you people with healthy self-esteem. In the same light, remember that gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, relish good experiences, improve their health, deal with adversity, and build strong relationships. I hope you keep a grateful heart to your parents, teachers, alma mater, and friends who have been there to reach this far and who will be there to support you to reach greater heights. The pandemic has changed many aspects of life. It has turned face-to-face classes into remote or virtual learning. In a bigger picture, it has taught us resilience, mindfulness, and persistence to do not only what is essential for our own survival, but also to help restore social order in the best way we can. As future leaders in science, technology, and innovation, have the humility and courage to seek help when you feel you most need it. Intelligence alone isn't enough to face and overcome life's painful and bitter realities. Protect and value your mental health because it affects how you think, feel, and act as you cope with life. Without it, one's quality of life diminishes until there is nothing but emptiness. Lastly, we are grateful that you and your parents have chosen Philippine Science High School. We hope that you will carry the values you gained and develop from your PSI education as you work to achieve your dreams and aspirations. You are a PSI scholar. You are important, and you will always be. Congratulations.
To introduce our commencement speaker, let's have Miss Anastine Beatrice B. Josue of Grade 12 Omega.
This afternoon, it is of great privilege to introduce to you our guest of honor and speaker. This task assigned to me is a bit challenging, but the thought of presenting to you a great servant leader and a dedicated educator who is committed in research and innovation in the field of science and technology, bringing it in the service of the common Filipino people, and a trailblazer for many other great ideas, coupled with an impressive background, I take pride in having this opportunity. He started his professional career in the then ESSO Standard Eastern as a cost and operations engineer in 1969 after graduating with a BS Engineering degree from the University of the Philippines that year. He then took up graduate studies in industrial engineering at the same university and earned an MS degree in industrial engineering. He joined the UP College of Engineering faculty as an instructor in 1973 and rose to become full professor in 1988. He served the UP in various capacities: as chairman of the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, as assistant to the executive director of National Engineering Center, as director of the Institute for Small-Scale Industries, and as system vice president for planning and development. He taught industrial engineering and operations research at the University of the Philippines for 43 years, from 1973 to 2016. He was seconded to the National Science and Technology Authority, which later became the Department of Science and Technology 3 times, as head of its planning service, as director of its Technology Application and Promotion Institute, and as Undersecretary for Scientific and Technical Services. after which he retired in 2014. In 2016, he decided to come out of retirement and was appointed DOST Secretary. He led a number of professional organizations as its president. These include the Philippine Institute of Chemical Engineers, the Association of Management and Industrial Engineers of the Philippines, the National Research Council of the Philippines, and the Philippine Association for the Advancement of Science and Technology. He also served as chair of the UN Commission on Science and Technology for Development. The awards he received include the Dangal ng Bayan Award from the Civil Service Commission, the Outstanding Career Executive Officer Award from the Career Executive Service Board, the Outstanding Professional Award from the Professional Regulations Commission, the UP Alumni Association Award for Public Service, the UP Alumni Engineers Most Distinguished Alumnus Award, the UP Alumni Association Lifetime Distinguished Achievement Award, and the Ateneo Government Service Award. The University of the Philippines conferred on him the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, in 2018. So without further ado, please help me in welcoming our guest of honor and speaker, Department of Science and Technology, Secretary Fortunato T. De La Peña.
My warmest greetings to the Philippine Science High School system, especially to the graduating students of school year 2020-2021. Allow me to begin by expressing my appreciation of the collaborative effort of the leaders, teachers, and support staff of the Philippine Science High School system for yielding a very satisfactory to excellent performance during the period of transition from the usual face-to-face classes to remote learning. I commend PSI for serving as a role model of premier quality education that I am confident others can learn from. To our dear graduating students, PSI has been your second home during your high school life. And your Department of Science and Technology family is happy to have been a part of your academic learning experience, and we are optimistic that you will remain motivated to continue your pursuit of learning beyond your alma mater. Through the PSI education you experienced, you have a strong foundation to make a difference in the path you choose to take. Life's difficulties, such as relationship issues, personal disappointments, and economic distresses, among others, should not discourage you to discover your purpose. What seems to be a catastrophe is also an opportunity to reassess your values, to help you behave and act to conquer your fear, to rise from failures, and to be a source of hope. With the threats of the pandemic still around us, the future holds no promises. It is full of surprises and uncertainties. What you have learned during these trying times will prepare you for both. I hope you become forerunners of science, technology, and innovation who will take active roles in solving 21st century problems such as climate change, poverty, mental health, food scarcity, emergence of diseases, and loss of biodiversity. As future leaders, help create sustainable jobs for our countrymen and reduce, if not eliminate, social disparity. As critical thinkers, you have the ability to challenge standards towards innovation, which is a critical component of economic growth. Innovative thinkers are the movers and shakers that have the potential to change the world. These skills you gain from the STEM education extend beyond those needed to be successful in STEM fields, because STEM education prepares young people with varied interests to move into any industry and to have valuable skill sets that allow them to be successful. As PSI graduates, be brave to face challenges you will encounter in the future. You are built to excel. You are an agent of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. You can help shape the future and make it a sustainable experience for humanity. Congratulations, PSI scholars, on your well-deserved success.
And now, for the most awaited part of the ceremony, Let us all welcome our distinguished campus director, Dr. Ronalie N. Orteza, for the presentation of candidates for graduation. And thereafter, the conferment by the Philippine Science High School System Executive Director, Lilia T. Habacon.
Ms. Lilia T. Habacon, Executive Director of the Philippine Science High School System, it is my honor and privilege to present to you 45 male and 41 female, a total of 86 candidates for graduation from the Philippine Science High School Ilocos Region Campus for school year 2020-2021. These scholars have satisfactorily met the requirements of the 6-year special science curriculum of the Philippine Science High School System. Executive Director Habacon, for your confirmation and acceptance.
By the authority vested in me as Executive Director of the Philippine Science High School System and by virtue of BOT Resolution Number 2021-05-53, confirming that you have satisfactorily completed the basic requirements prescribed by the system under the 6-year special science curriculum. I now confirm you graduates of Philippine Science High School, Ilocos Region Campus for school year 2020 to 2021. Congratulations.
The academic journey in Pisay of the 86 strong and excellent graduates of the class of 2021 is about to formally end. But what it leaves behind is a chronicle of their individual and collective triumphs in the August halls and in the annals of history of Philippine Science High School Ilocos Region Campus. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your graduates. Abiday Oshel Josh Rondon of Paway, Ilocos Norte. Aganon Francine Valerie Bagawisan of San Nicolas, Ilocos Norte. Agliam John Marden Angkali of Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Agtang Shanina Jillian Barcena of Claveria, Cagayan. Albino Clarine Yvonne Paningbatan of Bautista, Pangasinan. Alcantara Donald Jasper of San Nicolas, Ilocos Norte. Beichong Ernest John Quevedo of Paway, Ilocos Norte. Balagtas Marian Eliza Bumagat of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Balanga Samantha Esquivel of Tayug, Pangasinan. Batenga John David Malyari of Candon City, Ilocos Sur. Blanco Jose Enrico Paulo Lopez of Malabon City, Metro Manila. Bobita Amiel Ezekiel Amikay of Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. Brito Angelo Ian Yu of Dagupan City, Pangasinan. Buduan Roxine Gail Bumanglag of Pinili, Ilocos Norte. Bulataw Clyde Stephen Chua of Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. Borgonio Marian Daniel Balalio of Santa, Ilocos Sur. Kaasi Francis Ann Alpahora of Alaminos City, Pangasinan. Kaluya Christine Vernice Bulosan of Ventar, Ilocos Norte. Calzado Yoricel Nama of Villasis, Pangasinan. Kasilang Riza Salming of Dagupan City, Pangasinan. Centeno Graciel Barayuga of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Chu Andre John Domingo of Posorubio, Pangasinan. Corpus Lloyd Andre Pastor of San Ildefonso, Ilocos Sur. Danau Audrey Nicole Macapulay of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Eusebio Leonard Francis Obongen of San Fernando City, La Union. Farinas Hans Joshua Ferreras of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Farinas Lance Matthew Ferreras of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Fernandez Lovelyn Soriano of Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Ferraris Pauline Marie Cahigal of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Fillard Mark Ethan Lahos of Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. Formoso Jazreel Isaiah Diego of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Galaites Maria Aliana Janine Del Castillo of Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. Galutan JV Gagarin of Candon City, Ilocos Sur. Garvida Aldrin Joseph Arzadon of Nueva Era, Ilocos Norte. Gavila Princess Kakayorin of Paway, Ilocos Norte. Generalao Domelin Laura Dacera of San Fabian, Pangasinan. Gomez Gabriel Lawrence Lagit of Dagupan City, Pangasinan. Gillian Lucky Gininia Gagarin of Glawag City, Ilocos Norte. Guzman Garrett Kirby Ingan of Magsingal, Ilocos Sur. Jaramillo Marvin Dominic Domingo of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Jose Katrina May Centeno of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Josue Anastine Beatriz Balange of Caba, La Union. Labrador Andrea Therese Abuy of Paway, Ilocos Norte. Lakap Jasmine Nicole Castro of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Ladesma Genesis May Groyon of Villasis, Pangasinan. Lagan Marian Galrit of Sarat, Ilocos Norte. Lanuza Kyle Chinel Alcantara of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Lazo Maria Liana Patrice Navarro of San Vicente, Ilocos Sur. Limbo Ryan Ray Espiritu of Bolinao, Pangasinan. Lira Nuki Ice Takderas of Magsingal, Ilocos Sur. Lucero Tanya Isabel Oliver of Magsingal, Ilocos Sur. Manarpaak Nathaniel Sakayanan of Paway, Ilocos Norte. Martin Gian Andre Manalo of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Martin Sal Mathea Cruz of Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Milo Eliza Nicole Medriano of Santo Tomas, La Union. Nalukta Raul Arnaldo Primicias of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Navarro Dominic Ritumban of San Ildefonso, Ilocos Sur. Orsino Ernest Andre Labukay of Paway, Ilocos Norte. Pabalan Brian Clyde Villafuerte of San Manuel, Tarlac. Pagdilaw Eliza Barcena of Santa Praxedes, Cagayan. Pasige Albert Matthew Marquez of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Peredo Elijah Joaquin Rapping of San Juan, Ilocos Sur. Quinto Kian Figueres of Bani, Pangasinan. Rabang Luigi Francis Rabago of Santa Catalina, Ilocos Sur. Rabena Kurt Anthony Bumanglag of Santa Catalina, Ilocos Sur. Ramirez John Lloyd Corpus of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Ramos Carmela Joy Sacoco of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Riancho Hannah Abigail Rosales of San Vicente, Ilocos Sur. Refuerzo Carmelo De Vera of Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Riveta Aaron Kin of Bantay, Ilocos Sur. Salazar James Micolay Ngo of Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Sanggalang Eve Alessandra De Leon of Alaminos City, Pangasinan. Sanggir Lay Krista Anthony Kimoyog of Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Sapla Franklin III Angsuban of San Fernando City, Pampanga. Sibayan Ruby K. Kaindek of Sinaid, Ilocos Sur. Singson Lady Margarita Reyes of San Vicente, Ilocos Sur. Tagorda Anne Patrice Oximer of Santo Domingo, Ilocos Sur. Terao Jarvis Nerizon of Dagupan City, Pangasinan. Tumbaga Camille Jen Gomez of Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Torio Ariel Troy Karunungan of Lingayen, Pangasinan. Tubon Hans Everett Tabay of Santo Domingo, Ilocos Sur. Valdez Angel Ira of Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Vergara Lian Marie Hernandez of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Villanueva Michael Hinesa of San Fabian, Pangasinan. Villosta Zachary Victor Kalimlim of Dagupan City, Pangasinan. And Sue Shara Cindy Nolasco of Kawayan, Ilocos Sur. In recognition of their excellent performance in their 6 years in Visay, Ilocos, here are the graduates with high honors with a general weighted average of 1.21 to 1.5. Aganon Francine Valerie B. with high honors. Agtang Janina Jillian B. with high honors. Balagtas Marian Eliza B. with high honors. Brito Angelo Ian Y. with high honors. Centeno Graciel B. with high honors. Chu Andre John D. with high honors. Danao Audrey Nicole M. with high honors. Farinas Hans Joshua F. with high honors. Farinas Lance Matthew F. with high honors. Ferraris Pauline Marie C. with high honors. Gavila Princess C. with high honors. Generalao Domelin Laura D. with high honors. Gomez Gabriel Lawrence L. with high honors. Gillian Lucky Janinia G. with high honors. Lakap Jasmine Nicole C. with high honors. Ladesma Genesis Mai G. with high honors. Lagan Marian C. with high honors. Nalupta Raul Arnaldo P. with high honors. Navarro Dominic R. with high honors. Peredo Elijah Joaquin R. with high honors. Ramirez John Lloyd C. with high honors. Sanggalang Eve Alessandra with high honors. Valdez Angel Ira with high honors. And Sue Shara Cindy N with high honors. Our next set of awards is given to those who have excellent performance in the different subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your excellence awardees. The Excellence Awards in Biology and Chemistry go to Hans Joshua F. Farinas. The Excellence Award in Chemistry goes to Lance Matthew F. Farinas. The Excellence Award in Physics goes to Andre John D. Chu. The Excellence Award in Research goes to Gabriel Lawrence L. Gomez. The Excellence Award in Mathematics goes to Lloyd Andre P. Corpuz. The Excellence Award in Computer Science goes to Elijah Joaquin R. Peredo. The Excellence Awards in English and Filipino go to Princess C. Gavila. The Excellence Award in English goes to Eve Alessandra D. Sangalang. The Excellence Award in English Journalism goes to Angel Ira Valdez. The Excellence Award in Filipino Journalism goes to Luigi Francis Arrabang. The Excellence Award in Arts, Design, and Technology goes to Anastine Beatriz B. Hosque. The Excellence Award in Arts, Design, and Technology goes to John Lloyd C. Ramirez. And the Excellence Award in Physical Education, Health, and Music goes to Jose Enrico Paulo L. Blanco. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, the next awards are given to outstanding students who are committed not only to the pursuit of academic excellence but also possesses the right values and leadership befitting a precise scholar. The PSHS Leadership Award goes to Raul Arnaldo P. Nalupta. And the UST Secretary Model Science Scholar Award goes to Hans Joshua F. Farinas.
To lead the graduating class of 2021 in their pledge of loyalty to Alma Mater, here's Mr. Hans Joshua F. Farinas of Grade 12 Alpha, graduating with high honor. Afterwards, Ms. Elaine M. Morales of Pisay Main Campus Batch 1992 will induct the graduates into the PSHS Alumni Association.
Kami, ang Batch 2021, ng mataas na paaralan ng Pilipinas sa Agham, Campus sa Rehiyong Ilocos, ay nangangako ng katapatan sa adhikain, prinsipyo at dakilang kaisipan ng pagkakatatag ng paaralan. Gayon din sa kahalagahan ng pagkakabuo nito ayon sa isinusulong na layunin ng Departamento ng Agham at Teknolohiya. Sumusumpa kami na magsisikap at tunay na magpupunyagi upang mapanatili ang karangalan hindi lamang ng aming sarili, ng aming mga magulang, ganun na din sa pinakamamahal naming alma mater, ang mataas na paaralan ng Pilipinas sa Agham, Campus sa Rehiyong Ilocos, sa ating bansa at higit sa lahat, sa puong may kapal.
Itaas ang kanang kamay para sa panunumpa ng alumni ng mataas na paaralan ng Pilipinas sa Agham. Ako bilang nagtapos sa mataas na paaralan ng Pilipinas sa Agham, ay taus-pusong inilalaan ang aking sarili sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng asosasyon ng mga nagtapos sa paaralang ito, na kumilos ng wasto, na ayon at may dangal sa lahat ng oras, na ipagpatuloy ang pagsulong ng kataas-taasang antas ng kagalingan sa lahat ng aking mga gawain, na isinasaloob sa kapakanan ng asosasyon para sa makabuluhang layunin na makapagsilbi sa aking paaralan, ang mataas na paaralan ng Pilipinas sa Agham, sa aking bayan, at higit sa lahat, sa aking Diyos na lumikha. Patnubayan nawa ako ng Diyos. Congratulations, graduates, and welcome to the Philippine Science High School National Alumni Association.
As we approach the end of this virtual graduation ceremony, let us listen to the graduation messages from two of our graduating scholars with high honors, Mr. Raul Arnaldo P. Nalupta and Ms. Eve Alessandra D. Sangalang of Grade 12 Alpha.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, our campus director, Dr. Ronald Orteza, teachers, staff, and parents. Of course, I'd also like to recognize my peers. Batch 21, this is for you. Wow, it's graduation day just like that. I can't believe just in a few short months we would now be attending different schools and officially be in college. But I'm standing in front of you right now, albeit through the screen, not to gaze upon the future. Rather, allow me to reminisce about the past. Once upon a time, I was choosing between two schools. One somewhere in the capital, and the other is IRC. Let's just say it would be this sad right now if I had not made the right choice. I can vividly remember June 19, 2015, the day before our first school day. I was with my brother and cousin who had just graduated from Pisay. Well, that should have been my first clue as to what the next years would be like. They had classes the next day, but they chose to go to Pisay for that one half day. I'll let you form the pieces together why. My first half day went well, but then came the night. I was in a new environment with no really close friends at that point, and I really missed my family. I think I cried myself to sleep. That would repeat for as far as I can remember the next 3 days. But then, something happened. One day after I ate lunch with 4 of my classmates, we tried to wash our hands at one of the faucets beside the admin building, but as we were doing so, it suddenly burst out of nowhere. A certain computer science teacher back then saw and told us it would lead to each of us getting a level 3 offense for destruction of property. Later on, he'd reveal it wasn't serious, but can you imagine the horror we felt? We had been there for barely a week, and when that happened, we all began scrambling around and spent the rest of the week together, scared to death. It just so happened that those 4 people would eventually be my first 4 close friends. I don't care how we came together, but that incident unintentionally led me to putting my guard down. Through the years, the 4 eventually grew exponentially. Eventually, that number went down to 0, as the friendships eventually turned into something more. As Pisay would be my home away from home, I became a part of a family other than my own. From the initiation, to plays, recitals, and the trigo dances, the PSP nights, Camacho sessions, promenades, field trips, or just simple fun experiences at the dorm, so many memories are forever etched into my brain. At the same time, we had to go through grueling periodicals, research defenses, and seemingly impossible projects, all accompanied by sleepless nights. But we went through all of those with our family behind our backs. I could not have handpicked another set of people to have gone through the past 6 years together. Let me also take this opportunity to thank our educators for accepting the call to nurture our minds and guide our journey as scholars. We will forever be appreciative of those. Also, I'd like to thank my family and our families, both by blood and by heart, who backed us up through the years, serving as our pillars of support. We could not have survived without you. To be honest, there were times that I wished I could just leave Pisay because it was really hard. I can't speak for all of you, but I know that many of you have felt the same way. Yet here we are. In a few minutes, we'll have officially and sadly finished high school. To all of 21, this day is for you. The next time you see a mirror, I'm requiring you to tell yourself, you made it. You beat the odds even during the times you felt that everything was stacked up against you. Even if you have relentless regrets or unforgiving memories, you pulled through. That's what it means to be part of this batch. We faced an array of challenges, each more daunting than the last. Sometimes it wasn't even because of our doing, but hey, we solved everything and got through everything together. That's why this ending is so unfair. We should be groggy and sleepy from such a short sleep the night before this day, but pushing through to stay awake to savor the moment together. We should be ugly crying right now, sounding like sirens or whatnot, but still together. I could just easily say it is what it is and move on, but no. And so indulge me and let me lead you through one last pledge. I'm requiring to stand up, hold your heart, and repeat after me. Once everything clears up, and I'm given the opportunity to go to Pisay, with the chance to see my friends, I will grab it. I will enter the gates in a tricycle and enter the double doors of the admin building, wearing my uniform with my biggest grin, and get the closure I deserve. It won't be sad, nor will it be time to say goodbye, because I will have my batch, my family beside me. I will spend the day like it's a Friday morning of grade 11, sleeping, playing, and chit-chat time away. I deserve this. We deserve this. It may just be that tall, skinny, and clingy boy who played basketball wearing eyeglasses or whatever for you. But I consider myself as fortunate as God could allow, having been allowed to meet and get to know you all. For that, I am forever grateful. Our story isn't over yet. I look forward to forging new memories with all of you again. So here's Batch 21, just taking a break. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'm standing here in front of you about to give an open letter of sorts, a graduation message, because you tasked me to do so. I pondered for a while on what I should talk about while I'm up here, and I wanted to talk about something we can all relate to and we can all find ourselves in. Something that fits our collective experience here in Pasay, something that speaks to our souls. However, I cannot think of any. We are very different people from very different places, and it is kind of amazing when you think about it that we got to meet at all. You can call it fate, or destiny, or the NCE, but regardless, we are gathered here today, batch 2021, and we are all about to graduate. I know today is our last day, and I know that does not make any sense. High school seemed to go on forever, and every day before today, all we wished was for it to be over. 6 years was a long time to spend in one place with a handful of repeating faces, but now that it's time to finally graduate, I find myself longing for the days when we got to sit by the kamachile, wait for empanadas in the canteen or co-op, and sit in the smoldering gym, begging for program to be over. These seemingly mundane things that we got to do together. And now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're almost graduates, these are things that we might not be able to do anymore. It is in these halls I learned how to make a family without blood, a home without a house, and friendships without bound. Being locked in with you people used to feel like stifled freedom, but now that we have to leave, it feels like being kicked out. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not ready to graduate. Don't get me wrong, I, like you, long for this new phase of my life to begin. I want to have new experiences in a new environment with new people. I want to know how the growth fostered within me and during my stay in Pasay will help me get through life outside its walls. I am ready to take on new challenges and see how I will fare in lands unknown. No, when I say I'm not ready to graduate, what I mean is I'm not ready to say goodbye. To say goodbye to this place that we have known for 6 years, a second home that felt so much like home that even now I already feel homesick. To say goodbye to these teachers and staff who watched us grow and helped us in their infinite patience, and finally, to say goodbye to you. To this batch of people that for 6 years I was forced to interact with, to these people who went through the same struggles, the same joys, the same experiences as I did. These people that made Pasay feel like Pasay, and whose presence, if missing, would leave this chapter of my life devoid of any significance. So, batch 2021. Let me take this time to thank all of you for being the batch that I grew up with. Pasay was a place full of hardships I never would have gone through if I had done it alone. You were the people who made me feel seen, made me feel heard, made me feel like I was part of something. You were the people who made Pasay a place worthy of staying at and now a place worthy of returning to. Looking at where we are now, who we are now, I cannot help but feel proud of us. We went from these scared little kids into these confident, taller people, at least for most, ready to take on the world. I believe we can all make something of ourselves in the future, maybe in our chosen fields, or maybe even for the whole entire population of the world. However, I also know that we have been told this drivel for most of our 6 years in Pasay, and this belief in us throughout the years kind of became a cloud, hanging over our heads, and sometimes it feels more of a requirement rather than a prediction. We have to do good rather than we will do good. And people will often tell you that feeling pressured is necessary because it will drive you to be better. And for some instances, it can. However, this can also be a source of pain and feelings of inadequacy for most. Now that we're moving on from this phase of our lives to the next, this coming one being all about college and jobs and all manner of high-stakes situations, I hope all of you know that being successful and making your mark do not depend only on what you have physically achieved in life. As I have said, we are very different people, from very different places, and as logic dictates, we will probably be going to different places as well. And you can take this last thing I said with a grain of salt. After all, no one can predict the future, and I won't pretend I can. All I know for sure is that all of us worked hard to get to where we are now. With the help of our families, our friends, our teachers, our mentors, and even Bisay, we can proudly climb up this virtual stage and receive our virtual diploma. So let's just bask in the glory of now. Congratulations are in order as we are finally done, and we can finally rest. I do not have any words of wisdom left that I could say to you that you don't already know, so allow me to share to you a quote from my favorite intellectual that I believe encapsulates what I feel for all of you. I love you. You love me. We are a happy family. With a great big hug and a kiss from me to you, virtual of course. Won't you say you love me too? Thank you everyone. Until next time, happy graduation.
Let us all welcome Dr. Renato Umali Solidum Jr., the DOST Undersecretary for Scientific and Technical Services, for his closing remarks.
To the men and women of the Philippine Science High School, most especially to our dear graduating students. Regarded as the cream of the crop, PSI scholars are blessed with the opportunity to access premier science high school education even during these trying times. Remote learning has allowed education continuity in the 16 PSI campuses, while the administrators, teachers, and students collaborated to do their role to ensure quality instruction. The journey to reach this special day was never a walk in the park. It is a byproduct of 6 years of combined character and competence that allowed each of our graduating PSI scholar to overcome various challenges that make them worthy of their hard-earned PSI diploma. Today's graduation ceremony is a reward for your passion, resilience, grit, and fortitude. These character traits have helped you overcome the accumulation of difficulties and uncertainties in your academic journey. As a scientifically inclined youth, these 4 are within your core. It is passion that will give you more reasons to keep learning and to work toward mastery as you enter a bigger and more complex life in pursuit of your tertiary education. It is your resilience that will give you the psychological strength to cope with stress and hardship as you face greater responsibilities as a young adult and be able to handle adversity and rebuild your lives after a struggle. It is grit that will make you brave and strong enough to persevere for long-term goals and to do what it takes to succeed in life. Lastly, it is fortitude that will allow you to overcome your fear and to remain resilient in the face of obstacles. Moreover, young people like you are the country's future frontliners in key roles needed to maintain a humane, free, and peaceful society where men and women of science, technology, and innovation serve to make better health services available for all. You will be builders of a better future where you engineer not only infrastructures, but also social justice towards a truly inclusive society. As future decision makers, you are our hope to commit your God-given intelligence and skills to be part of the solutions for a healthier, safer, and gender-equal world. It's been more than a year since we have entered a new world that was never kind and easy. The turn of events brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic has been very challenging. However, as the world grapples with unprecedented challenges, it is also the right time for young people to chart new paths forward and a perfect time for deep reflection upon the past and future with those you care about. The Department of Science and Technology congratulates you for your success and achievements. We believe in your ability to demonstrate continued leadership in your chosen areas to make a difference. We are proud of you. Congratulations and more power.
At this moment, let us all witness Batch 2021, the Vipers, sing their graduation songs, There Was Once Place Called Pisay, composed and arranged by former Pisay Ilocos teacher Mr. Renan Flores, and their own original composition, Diente.
I've been looking through the stars to follow my dreams. Where to go and where will I begin? I've been looking through the shadows of the past to search within myself and battle all my fears. I've been shattered all throughout my journey, and suddenly you came. You showed to me the way of truth, no matter who I am and no matter where I'm from. And oh, you give to me the best. You justify to me that wisdom is not through fame and glory. And oh, I will keep the flame alive. I will keep the memories we've shared burn through my heart and soul, guiding me throughout the road. I will always remember. I will always remember that there was once a place called Pisay. I've been searching over and over, then suddenly you came. You held my hand and smiled at me at once. How can I repay you for the goodness that you bring? When you showed the way and lead me to this day, I've been shattered all throughout my journey, then suddenly you came. You showed to me the way of truth, no matter who I am and no matter where I'm from. And oh, you give to me the best. You justify to me that wisdom is not through fame and glory. And oh, I will keep the flame alive. I will keep the memories we've shared burning through my heart and soul, oh, guiding me throughout the road. I will always remember. I will always remember that there was once a place called beside. I will always remember. I will always remember. There was once a place called beside.
Do you still remember that night when we first got here? I've never seen stars that bright. The skies felt so near, piercing through and resting under the Kamacha shade. We got to know one another through memories we've made. We came from different places, each with our own circumstances. We all started here together, an exciting unknown chapter. Just like that, 6 years went by while we were on each other's side. It's time to see a new sky. Let's light this one life is bright. It was not easy to earn the things we have now through blood, sweat, and bleeding. Our spirits and bound. We came from different places, each with our own circumstances. We all started here together, an exciting unknown chapter. We are the vipers of this place. We are the rulers of our fate. Do not forget us in our days. A new dawn's coming, just you wait. We are the vipers of this place. We are the rulers of our fate. Do not forget us in our days. A new dawn's coming, just you wait. Just you wait. We came from different places, each with our own circumstances. We all started here together, an exciting unknown chapter.
Now, for the last time, graduates, join us in singing the Philippine Science High School hymn and Hilig DOST.
Science PSHS-IRC will grow and grow as we wander o'er the crests and troughs of the sea of the Philippines Science Time. Thy light from me convene. We will path through the world, we will fight for the right in pursuit of a glorious theme. Dumating na ang bagong pag-asa ng ating bansang sinisinta. Ang DOST ay sumilang na, lingkod ng bayan sa tuwina. Pagtuklas ng bagong karunungan sa iba't ibang uring akal. Ang wikika sa ganaan at kaunlaran ng ating lipunan. May bandila ang kanyang sagisag, kaya tanda ng pagsisikap. Pagtupad natin pangarap ay biyayang malalasan. Magpukay tayo ng sabay-sabay, mabuhay, mabuhay ang DOST. Ang siyensya'y sandika ng maunlad na bayan. Layunin dakila at maipagkakabuhay. Pagkaisa ng dalangin para sa iyong bayan. Mabuhay, mabuhay ang DOST. Ang siyensya'y sandika ng maunlad na bayan. Layunin dakila at maipagkakabuhay. Pagkaisa ng dalangin para sa ating ang bayan.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to the conclusion of the 13th commencement exercises of the Philippine Science High School Ilocos Region Campus. To the whole Pisay Ilocos community, our administrators, faculty and staff, parents and guardians, janitorial and security staff, and of course, our dear Northern scholars. Thank you all for your hard and smart work to efficiently and effectively execute each and every duty and responsibility you're tasked with. For the newly graduates, batch 21, as you dream high, dream deep as well. Believe that you will go to places where you truly and happily belong. There will always be a spot for you if you make it happen. Know your whys, clarify your whys. You can and will get there just like how you got here in Pisay Ilocos. Through your pursuit of truth and excellence, Batch Vipers, forge a sustainable future for our fellow Filipino people. Good day, everyone. Stay safe and sane.
Sa unang taon ng pagsasama ay ganito, nagpamalas ng mga talento. Panibagong interaksyon naman ang sumunod. Sabay ang pagpikas ay natapos. Sinong mag-aakalang makagagawa ng sayaw sa try ko? Mga pagsubok ay hindi natatapos. Pero teka lang, magtatapos na, paalam na nga. Ating tandaan, araw, ulan, bahaghari, mga bagay natin mawari. Kung kailan aalis, pero mga alaala'y di maaalis. Isang gabing espesyal ang dumating. Nakadalo sa unang prom. Mayroon namang isang linggong pahinga. Lumipas na ang isang taon. Sinong mag-aakalang mabibilang ko ng pandemya? Mga pagsubok ay hindi natatapos. Pero teka lang, magtatapos na, paalam na nga. Ating tandaan, araw, ulan, bahaghari, mga bagay natin mawari. Kung kailan aalis, pero mga alaala'y di maaalis. Cotalinetas, umbos, las 21 equals me vipers. Yan ang tatatag sa isip nyo. Paalam isa'y Philippine vipers. Tatapos na, paalam na nga. Kami ang i-service.
Didn't they say that I would make a mistake? Didn't they say you were gonna be trouble? People told me you were too much to take. I couldn't see it. I didn't wanna know. I let you in and you let me down. You messed me up and you turned my life around. Left me feeling I
Our warmest congratulations to the graduating class of PSI Ilocos, Batch 21.
To the faculty and staff of PSI, thank you for honing our son's ability and bringing out the best in him. To the security guard, canteen personnel, dorm manager, and job orders, thank you for making and maintaining a conducive environment for his growth and learning.
To my family, thank you for your unending love and support. And to the Filipino people, no words can express my gratitude for the gift of education.
that after all we've been through, I'd be able to put my trust in you. Just to show you can forgive and forget. Looking back, I have no regrets, 'cause you will be there when I needed somebody. You will be there, the only one who help me. I had a picture of you in my mind. Never knew it would be
Hello Yushel, congratulations. Madaydayaw unay iti apo, ta pinaraburan na ka iti sirig, salunat, kired kinpigsa, iti panangilipas mo, iti senior high. Ket sapay kuma tati apo iti patpatuloy nga mangparabor ken ka iti adu nga ayat, salunat, sirig, iti sumaruno nga pangal iti adal. God bless you.
Hello, good morning, Yushel. I want you to know, Baruch, that we are thankful, we rejoice with you that soon you will come to one of the turning point in your life, in your graduation, and may it be that you continue to trust the Lord, that He will enable you to go through into a higher level of education. Congratulations, happy graduation. God bless you.
Hey, so congratulations. Graduation day. Good luck on your future. So yeah, so proud of you.
Congrats kay Elo. Congrats, Tito Elo. Lalayong we are proud of you.